Obolon has entered the new millennium as a technologically accomplished and state-of-the-art enterprise. Beer production is our company's primary activity, and as such, we wish to acquaint you with our brewing technology in more detail. Without doubt, in order to obtain a high-quality end product, it is necessary to use quality raw materials. Artesian water, the best quality hops, malt, and brewer's yeast are used for our beer production. The Obolon Brewery obtains water from a 290-metre deep artesian spring. The water-bearing horizons of the well are protected by hard rocks. Clay, chalk and marl create a natural protective layer and make it impossible for harmful substances from the external environment to penetrate the water. The manufacture of malt. Obolon has built its own malting plant in the Khmelnytsk region to supply high-quality malt. Investment in the enterprise amounted to $100 million. Today, Obolon is the only large-scale brewery in the Ukrainian market with its own malt production. 2 months after the harvest, the barley is steeped, couched and dried at accurately determined temperatures and humidity, which results in malt formation. It is cleared of sprouts and dockage, refined and stored for a minimum of 21 days. Prepared malt is brought into the brewery to be used in beer production. Beer production lasts for 14 to 18 days. The malt is ground and mixed with water. This process, known as mashing, is done in special tanks at a specified temperature for a specified time. At this stage, proteins and starch, which are contained in malt, dissolve in water and are converted into sugar. This is the mechanism of brewer's wort formation. Grain husks and the water-insoluble matter of malt are filtered out using a filtration machine in the form of brewer's grains. Filtered wort is then boiled with hops. It is hops which add flavour and bitterness to beer. This process is called wort hopping. Hopped wort is pumped into a special whirlpool, where it is partially cooled, allowing the remaining proteins to settle after boiling. After the whirlpool process, wort is cooled down to fermentation temperature, which is between 6 to 10 degrees Celsius for bottom fermentation beer and 15 to 22 degrees Celsius for upper fermentation beer. Following the cooling, yeast is added to the cooled wort and fermented. That, as well as the post-fermentation process, are carried out in special tanks with the desired temperature maintained. The sugars are fermented by the yeast and turned into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Beer which has passed the fermentation phase is called young beer. In order to achieve final maturing, young beer is exposed to post-fermentation and kept at low temperatures for at least 7 days. It is naturally saturated with carbon dioxide, and the slow post-fermentation of residual extracts and clarification takes place. As such, the unique taste and flavour of Obolon beer is formed. Beer clarification during post-fermentation and maturing is insufficient to obtain a quality product. For this reason, the beer is exposed to further clarification by means of special filters. The beer is sent for bottling only after clarifying. Filtered beer is kept under pressure in pressure tanks, from which it is supplied to filling lines and bottled into bottles, cans, and kegs. According to modern brewing standards, beer must not come in contact with air during its production and bottling, as oxygen has a destructive effect on hopped beverages. For this reason, prior to bottling beer in bottles and kegs, they are initially filled with carbon dioxide. The beverage is filled gradually and displaces the carbon dioxide. The brewers at Obolon possess the secrets and craftsmanship, enabling them to pressurize beer in bottles, kegs and cans for our customers to enjoy its unique and fresh taste. At Obolon, we bottle our beer on the largest filling lines in Europe. Half-litre glass bottles are filled on a line with the capacity of 110,000 bottles per hour. The keg line enables the filling of 1,000 50-litre kegs simultaneously. Furthermore, our beer is also bottled in cans and PET bottles at the plant. The Obolon plant is the largest brewery in Europe. In addition, Obolon is among the top 3 beer exporters on the continent. Owing to this, you can taste Obolon beer in more than 30 countries worldwide. Obolon, the most famous Ukrainian beer.